I might make it a little bit more soft-spoken than anything when I think about it, because that might be a little bit better. I just have to remember to actually be soft-spoken, because the last time I tried to do a soft-spoken video, I was loud. But so today we have tacos, so you won't really be able to see the food that well. But I'm just gonna update you guys on my life, what's been going on, the whole shebang. But yeah, you won't really be able to see the food that well, is the only thing. But this is like eat with your bestie type video. So if you guys enjoy, but we have steak tacos. Okay. So I'm sorry if the setup changed a bit. I moved the camera. I also want to tell you guys I have a whole new setup. Sorry if you hear my neighbor's dog back there. But yes, I have a whole new setup. I kind of rearranged my room a bit. So hopefully you guys like this. But I just got 3 steak tacos, double rice, green salsa, 2 limes. And you won't really see the food like I said, but this is mostly just about like us talking and stuff like that, you know? So then I also have a solo cup here. My neighbors across can like see me. This is kind of funny. And I also have a Coca-Cola. So there's ice in this cup. I got a purple straw. You might hear some cars, but this is just meant to be really chill and relaxed. Updating you guys like kind of on life at home, summer, you know? But mostly just about what's been going on with me spiritually. You'll be able to see a little bit about what spiritual topics we discuss in the thumbnail, hopefully. But we might not even talk that much. It might be mostly eating, because it's hard to talk and eat. Alright guys. It's kind of funny, but it's fun. I always like watching mukbangs. Like I really like Stephanie Sue. So this is kind of my own little version of Stephanie Sue, but I'm talking about spiritual stuff instead of true crime. So here's my strip. And it's ASMR, kind of. If you guys like these more too, let me know. Like, we'll do these a lot more too. This is a lot more doable because the girl's always eating, okay? I actually don't live for like the eating sounds as much. When I watch a mukbang, it's because I'm like fully awake, you know? But the way I think of my videos is kind of like, yeah, you could be watching them while you're like laying down, but you could also just be watching them while like chilling on a sunny day, relaxing, not wanting to do too much. Maybe you're eating, maybe you're scrolling on your phone and you're just kind of like trying to wind down, get into like your parasympathetic nervous system, you know? It's kind of like a wind down type of vibe that I like to give off. So I just put a little bit of lime. I'm gonna put the green salsa. Let me know which salsa you guys like. But let's update you guys on like the spiritual path, okay? There's been so much happening. Actually, first off, so I kind of learned this hack. It's not much of a hack. I'm not gonna do it with this taco, I don't think. It's like, you know how they give you 2 tortillas? You could pull the next tortilla off, but this one is falling off, so we'll see if it even works. But anyway, we're gonna eat first, the first bite. I do feel like y'all are a little up close and personal right now, but it's okay. be cool if you guys are eating too, but there's been so much going on in my life. I've been being triggered a lot, I feel, kind of by the divine, you know, just with like old paradigm stuff. And you know, Saturn is retrograde, so I'm just seeing a lot of like the lessons come back up, and it's just showing me, not like coming back up for me to like relearn them, but I'm really seeing how much I've grown. It's like if you're ever at a point in your journey where you're like, have I grown at all? It's like there are times when you might be brought to a place to just see how you respond, or just mentally where you are. And those are honestly the best moments if you're honestly doing the work, because it feels so expansive, you know, like you feel like your consciousness has expanded so much when you hadn't even really been privy. So that's where I'm at, just seeing a lot of expansion, especially within my consciousness. It's just all like paying off, you know. It's really nice to see. It is interesting because I feel like I'm dealing with a lot of family triggering lately, which was to be expected. But throughout the school year, I just dealt with like a lot of social group triggering. So it's different being at home because that triggers you so much more, bro. Like I thought I was going through it at school. I mean, yeah, at school. That's nothing compared to this, because like at school you can just be annoyed. It's like circumstantial, like you just want to leave. But like you're at home, you're dealing with your family, and I'm not saying it's been bad or anything. Like I love my family, but they've been triggering me like here and there, especially as of lately, just because a lot is changing for me right at this time. So a lot is hitting me, and yeah, I feel like I've just been triggered by them, especially like this past like 1.5 weeks, or at least 2 weeks. And it's just always like way more intense because, you know, like that's something you can't really escape, which I don't want to escape, but I want to heal it. But it's just more triggering because it has roots, like strong roots, you know. Whereas when you're dealing with it with like friends, romantic partners, whatever, the roots are not with them but with your family. So when you deal with it at the source, it feels intense. I feel like I keep doing this little dance to not make it awkward. I guess, you know how people say they have a happy dance while they're eating? That's definitely not what it is. I'm just making it less awkward. Like when I look at myself in the camera, I'm like, do a dance. I feel like I would describe myself as like the least awkward person I know, because like via my ability to like call a situation awkward, you would think like you're not awkward, what? Or you're not shy, whatever. Because I'm just open to like speaking what I feel. So I'd be like, yeah, this is awkward, but like meanwhile being the one who's like breaking the awkward tension. But like still it's kind of awkward, you know? I'm just talking, but I've always felt that like I give off awkward vibes sometimes, which is fine. I think we all do at a level. I just dropped the lid for the salsa, but I just feel like I go about it in such a unique way. So what I was gonna do was put the tortilla, I might just go get one from downstairs. I think we have some. Put the take the second tortilla off and make like another taco. But these are like very closely binded to one another. So if I pull the tortilla off, the one remaining could be like ripped. So I'm not gonna do that. It's really hard to talk about spiritual stuff while you're eating, okay? So, or talk at all. So this is all over the place, but yeah. This video, I feel, is a lot more chill than my normal one, so that's kind of nice. Not that it's more chill, because the other ones I make are like really chill. They're made to go to sleep. Not, well, made for a lot of different things, but sleep included. But this one's just a little bit more casual, if you will. So they make rice. It's just like this. I think it might supposed to be like cilantro lime rice. There's no cilantro, so maybe it's just lime rice, but either way, it's like brown rice type. Not Mexican rice, but it's still good. I don't know if I told you guys where I got this. It's like a grocery store near me. They have like a food section or whatever, and they like make the tacos, and they're so good. Here's what I really want to talk about. It's why I haven't been filming as much. So like, energetically, I was going through a bit of an ebb. And I try not to force it, but one of the biggest things I learned during this time, sorry, 1 second, was that I was like neglecting my inner child, because I was thinking when I was doing stuff like this, like it was really enjoyable the first few times I made the videos, but you can easily get caught up in the grind mentality and neglect your inner child, when anything creatively you should be doing should be rooted in the inner child. So then when you get caught up in the goals and the to-dos and the lists, that's when you lose sight of that inner child, of the obligations, of the expectations, you know? The inner child doesn't care about your goals, lists, or to-dos. It just wants to have fun. And I was taking that away from her, and so she was not wanting to make videos. Like, I wasn't able to tune into the desire to make videos, which is so interesting. It's kind of like, and I've been wondering for a long time, because I would have this like ebb and flow with my energy where like I could feel really creative and then like no more. It's like, no, we're not doing that anymore. Like I would be like, where did the passion go? Where did the drive go? But I feel like my inner child was constantly throwing like temper tantrums, because, and rightfully so, but because like I would begin to neglect it at the eyes of a goal. So like this week I said to myself, like, who cares? Like, I'm focused on my inner child. Like, I want to be present with her, because I wasn't being present. I would take myself away from the present moment to start thinking about what I have to do and whatever. And obviously it's like patterning, conditioning. But what was most important to me was like making sure that my inner child just felt tended to, making sure that I was present with my inner child, because that's why I do this entire journey, to give my inner child the things that it didn't have, to be here and present for it in ways that it was not allotted in the past. And like, it's that same like lack of presence that my inner child experienced that like put my inner child through so much, I feel. And so I'm just very, very, very serious about never coming out of presence at the hands of a goal, because I know the detriment that that can do. And like, one of my biggest things is like protecting my inner child now that I can, now that I'm consciously aware. And so like, I don't know, it's just a huge disservice if I'm thinking about goals and to-do lists and asking my inner child to have fun and play and produce some results while not actually considering how I need to be present for my inner child to play and have fun and produce what it can, if that makes sense. Either way, what I'm getting at is just that I was just having an experience where there was just some old patterning I had to get rid of as it related to what I was expecting of my inner child. And I felt that kind of like once I address that, like I feel like a huge weight has been lifted, because I've been putting heavy weights on my inner child. It's kind of like that, you know, parents who work really hard to make sure that their children don't have to struggle, but the compromise of that, the you know, the part of that that can be problematic is the place where that takes them away from being present with their children, you know? And really, like, the inner child just cares about the simple fun. It just wants to enjoy your company, you know? I know that my love language, one of them is like quality time. And that's probably because, you know, and I feel like me and my family did have quality time when I was younger, but maybe just not to the degree that my inner child would have wanted, like not as much or whatever, but we did, or it was split up, whatever. Either way, I'm just really trying to tend to my inner child. And you know, I had like a babysitter for a long time and stuff like that. And it's just whatever. I'm just, right now, that's what I feel. I feel that it's super important that I be present with my inner child. I think I'm gonna get a penny board because she always wanted to penny board. When I was younger, watching the other YouTubers who did it, like Gen X Pen and all them, Andrew Russet. I think Andrew Russet had a penny board. I remember Gen X Pen did for sure. Random stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna do that because I feel like I need to find something to be present in with my inner child so that I can find that sense of innocence again. Not even find it, but just make sure that it continues on, because like I do feel like I'm coming into a very expansive time, and my inner child was saying to me, like, we know all these things are coming, like, can we have fun? Can we just enjoy our time right now? And it just made me cry because I'm just like, wow, I've been so caught up in like expansion that I just forgot, like, I'm doing this for my inner child. Like, a big part of this journey, the majority, the bulk of this journey is like protecting, reparenting my inner child and just healing that. So the fact that my inner child was feeling a little bit unsatisfied, dissatisfied, made me a little bit sad, but we're good now. You know, we've been having our little dance parties. My inner child loves to dance, even though people try to tell her she couldn't dance when she was younger. So it's just like little things like that, but making big shifts, y'all. Big shifts. So this is why I felt able to like make this video today, because like I'm doing the work to make the shifts so that I can have the energy to do these things, and that my inner child doesn't ever feel burnt out or neglected, or feel like the innocence is being compromised for something else, you know? But anyway. I don't want this to be too long. Hope you guys are enjoying them. I personally really like the Eat With Me videos just because, I don't know, I'm just like a chillax type of person. So just like hearing someone I talk, if I really like their personality, I can sit there and watch the whole video, you know? Because it just feels personal. Like Stephanie Sue, I swear her videos are probably like 45 minutes long, but I'll watch a whole Stephanie Sue video like while I'm eating. I especially like it when we have like similar food. I think that's pretty cool. All right, y'all, last taco. So yeah, I feel like my inner child, like creativity flows more effortlessly when fun is being prioritized, and that's something we all too often forget, you know? In the world of like masculine energy has become, which is the energy of like doing and creating, it has become so rigid and work oriented. And I think that's what I really hate about like the corporate world and stuff like that, is that it's not based on, it neglects the inner child entirely. It neglects creativity entirely. And that same disdain that I feel for like the corporate world, for school and stuff like that, I see that in my own personal endeavors. It's like where I feel that I'm taking on that energy, my inner being will rebel to that energy entirely, just like I rebelled to it in the real world, you know? Or like, yeah, it just, there's no drive there for me. Let me know how y'all feel about these energies too. What have you guys been going through? Even if you don't really label it spiritual, like, you know, just connecting the dots in your own life. What's up? It's been really hot where I live. Like 90s, 100. But like the heat feels different this year. It's like not as heavy, if that makes sense. It's not like dry heat either though, like not like desert. I'm gonna do some more energy healing. I've really been into hypnosis. The most interesting thing about that, guys, is that hypnosis is actually how I started my spiritual journey. I used to think that it was tarot, but that was honestly just the first thing I felt called to do, like myself. But hypnosis has been in my life for a really long time, actually. Like, things that I used to do I used to just try to do like deep relaxation and sleep hypnosis, but I just feel like that was like a form of spirituality because I was always like attracted to the idea that people had suggestible, like were suggest or what is it called? Susceptible to suggestion. That concept always really intrigued me, and I would like to like test the limits of that and see how deep I could go with that. Nothing crazy. It was just like in terms of like deep relaxation, getting to the subconscious, stuff like that. So that was actually my first form of spirituality, and I used to be really into that. Like I would look up like hypnosis videos on YouTube, and I remember I used to be like scared because I'd be like, oh my god, what if I can't get out of it? But then I learned more about hypnosis. It's like, it's not like that. It's all about suggestion, and you always have free will. That's why some people, hypnosis doesn't work for them because they're just not open, you know? But a lot of you guys like the snaps concepts in my videos, and I get that from like hypnosis. But you guys know it's always with good intentions and stuff, so I'm just really excited to try something like that because you can create really powerful shifts in the mind with hypnosis. It's just all about being open to expanding your consciousness, and all of us are usually pretty open to expanding it, unless you're not. It's really about the openness that will create the opportunities that allow you to expand. It's not that like you're just gonna sit there and be like, I'm the most awakened person now, you know? Whatever, I'm just going on a tangent. But the tacos are done, guys. They're done. We've eaten, we've talked a little bit, we've commingled our energies. I need to wash my hands really badly. Anyway, guys, my phone's about to go off. Losing storage, really annoying vibes. Y'all know the iPhone, but I will see you next time.